Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Montana State Bobcat Women's Basketball. Brought to you by Bridger Brewing. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, Mountains and Mines. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, here to help you through all life's events, big and small. Visit rmcu.net to find out more. Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series. First Interstate Bank, built for you. And by Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of Bobcat Women's Basketball, Daniel Salle.
Now joining me on the pregame show, the head coach of the Bobcats, Trisha Binford. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Good to be here, Daniel.
Well, second game of this 3-game road trip now over on the West Coast, and Saturday night it was a tough loss at Portland. Led most of the way through the first half, and then kind of late third quarter and into the fourth, Portland was able to take that lead and run away with it. What did you see down the stretch of that game?
The crunch time is what we were going to call it with the team, is just kind of the last minute and a half of each quarter, just being a lot more solid. We had some turnovers back to back. We had a couple bad fouls, didn't get the stops that we needed, and all of a sudden it's a turn of the game. And so if we can finish quarters a little bit better, I think we're going to get some better results.
And now tonight it's a matchup with Washington, and obviously it's been a few years since you played Washington, but the last time you played was an NCAA tournament game in 2017, and just being here and being in the gym the last couple of days there, have you been able to kind of look back on that and maybe have some good memories?
Yeah, I told the team about how we got our Jumbotron with Leon and President Cruzado at that game, and that's how we ended up with the Jumbotron in the field house, and, good memories, and obviously we won a different result today. So that was kind of our first step of hitting postseason. Great memories with a really talented squad, and today it's about getting better and finding ways to finish games.
And obviously Saturday the team was pretty short-handed, missing a few pretty key rotation players, and now tonight getting one of those players back. But what is the message with the team as you kind of continue to navigate through this stretch, just being down a couple?
Yeah, it's just a matter of being ready and being ready to step up as needed. This is a team where other players are going to step up, rise to the occasion. I thought kids really gave great effort in that game. We got some really good minutes from some kids that hadn't gotten a lot of minutes, and having Brooke Berry in the rotation today is going to give us an extra guard, especially in some of those end of quarter situations that we discussed. So we've got another post, we've got another guard. We're just going to continue hopefully getting some other kids back and healthy. And at the same time, we are who we are right now, and that is a matter of being united as one and just calling on and doing what we need to do as a group.
I know life on the road can be a little tiring, and especially with the team being shorthanded. But tonight, it's a pretty big time opponent, UW, with a pretty good finish to the season last year, making the Final Four of the WNIT. What are you seeing on film from UW, and what are some things that you think could be key for the team tonight to come out of here with a win?
Well, they're really efficient. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and they really spread the floor. So they've kind of got a 5-out lineup. Anybody can bring up the ball up the floor. Anybody can post you up. We're going to have to be really good on the glass. This is a team that dominates possessions on extra rebounds, and they don't turn the ball over a lot. So I think 2 key categories for us is, can we turn them over? Can we be disruptive? Can we get some extra possessions there? And can we finish them to one shot and out? For us, not settling on the offensive end, they're going to be in a lot of plays, and we got to make the extra pass, make a couple extra ball reversals to really work for a great shot.
Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks a lot, Daniel.
All righty, Daniel Salle here, coming to you courtside at Heck Edmondson Pavilion, the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, bringing you a little non-conference tilt between the Montana State Bobcats and the Washington Huskies. Had to open up with the pregame show with the interview tonight, given the timing of the anthem going on the floor. So now we got that out of the way, and it'll be just me the rest of the way from this one. And exciting game tonight as Montana State 3-4 on the year under head coach Tricia Binford in year 19, taking on a Washington Husky team that comes into this game 8-0 in year 3 of their head coach Tina Langley. As mentioned in the interview, they were 19-15 last year, made the Fab Four of the WNIT. Should be a good one tonight. We're going to go ahead and take our first time out. When we come back, we'll take a little deeper dive as we get ready for non-conference action here in Seattle. UW hosting Montana State. You're listening to Montana State Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Rolling on with the pregame show, Daniel Salle coming to you courtside at Heck Edmondson Pavilion in Seattle, Washington, bringing you Montana State at the University of Washington little non-conference hoops on a Tuesday evening, a doubleheader. Don't forget, after this game tonight, Keaton Galogly is going to take over the reins, and we'll have a little men's basketball action, the Bobcats and the Huskies once again. But going back to this game we have in front of us right now, Montana State continuing on them. A little shorthanded right now, and it was a 73-64 loss at Portland on Saturday. 29 turnovers as a team by the Bobcats. They were ended up losing a lead that they had up to 16 points in the second quarter, but that full court pressure from Portland ended up stacking up on them late in the game, especially the last 13, 14 minutes, and the Bobcats lost control of the ball a little bit, couldn't get it up the floor, and really struggled to get into their offense. And now tonight they take on a tough opponent in the University of Washington. So let's go ahead and break down Washington and see why they are going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. As mentioned prior, 8-0 in year 3 of head coach Tina Langley, and last season 19-15 with a Fab Four appearance at the WNIT. They faced two opponents familiar with Montana State this season. They played Sacramento State in their season opener and played Idaho State over the Thanksgiving holiday. They won those two games 76-28 and 57-37 respectively. And they're building in the right direction. This program fell on some hard times a few years ago after the departure of Mike Neighbors. He took over at Arkansas. Kelsey Plum got drafted into the WNBA, and this is Washington's first meeting against Montana State since the 2017 NCAA tournament. It was a 91-63 win for the Huskies that night. Peyton Ferris, former Big Sky Player of the Year, scored 33 points, and Kelsey Plum, who's WNBA All-Star, WNBA champion, any accolade, you name it, she's probably got it. The all-time leading scorer in the history of college basketball. She had 29 points in that game, and her teammate Chantel Osahor led the way with 19 rebounds. So that Husky team was pretty good. They had some hard years after that, and now they're back on the national stage starting out this season 8-0. We're going to go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll look at your keys to the game, sponsored by Kendall Ford. This is Bobcat Basketball from Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Back to the break. Daniel Salle here inside the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, courtside at the Alaska Airlines Arena inside Heck Edmondson Pavilion. Seattle, Washington. It was a textbook December day in Seattle. A little bit rainy, and I said it was a lot rainy. It was very rainy today here in Seattle, about what you'd expect this time of year. But the Bobcats on game 2 of this 3-game road trip taking on the Washington Huskies for the first time since 2017 when they squared off in the NCAA tournament. Let's go ahead and talk about tonight's keys to the game, sponsored by Kendall Ford. Number 1 for the Bobcats, these lights can't be too bright. Playing in a Pac-12 arena against a Pac-12 opponent, that's something that can be intimidating. Crowd not too big here tonight. That being said, a slow start like the Arizona State game a couple weeks ago, that's something that cannot happen if the Bobcats want to get out of here with a win tonight. That's the bottom line. Got to be in it from the start, land that first punch, get the momentum, and run with it from there. Number 2, allowing offensive boards. 12 last game for Portland. This is going to be a running theme all season long. If this number does not go down, you're going to hear me talk about it before every game. Win the possession battle by finishing plays on the defensive glass. They're allowing too many weak side offensive rebounds. We'll see how that shakes out tonight. And number 3, take care of the ball. 29 turnovers last game. And this UW team, a lot different than Portland. They will not be pressing as much full court, but they're a great defensive team, and patience for a great shot is something that's going to be key on the offensive execution for Montana State. And those are your keys to the game. Sponsored by Kendall Ford. We got a big one here tonight from Seattle. It's the Bobcats and the Huskies here at Heck Ed in beautiful Seattle, Washington. We'll have it for you tip-off. Coming up next, this is Bobcat Basketball from Learfield.
Waiting in line at McDonald's, said no one, ever. With the McDonald's app, you don't have to. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time.
At participating McDonald's.
When the weather app says rain, the McDonald's app says McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery and other fees may apply.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of.
Woohoo, yeah!
We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at a Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco!
Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
Ready to reap a harvest of success? Look no further than the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Join forces with fellow growers in cultivating high-protein, soil-enriching pulses that nourish both land and livelihood. From lentils to chickpeas, we're talking about crops that pack a punch. By becoming a member, you'll gain insider insights, hands-on workshops, and a network of Pulse-passionate partners. Visit our website to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success, one pulse at a time.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Down pump, who pump it up?
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Right down the road. Pump it up. Yeah.
Back here courtside, Daniel Salle coming to you from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position as we are just moments away from tip-off between the Washington Huskies and the Montana State Bobcats. But before that, we'll pause for station identification. This is Bobcat basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Washington Huskies, a 5'11 sophomore guard out of La Mirada, California, wearing number 1, Hannah Steins, an 8.4 points per game scorer, shooting almost 50% from the field. And you'll notice as we go down this lineup, this Husky team is very efficient, a lot of high shooting percentages, and a lot of high assisted turnover ratios. This point guard Steins, an assisted turnover ratio of 1.9. Also at guard, a 5'11 sophomore out of Union, Kentucky, wearing number 2. That's Lauren Schwartz, 11.6 points per game, and she can attack it, she can shoot the 3, she can score it at all 3 levels, and also an assist to turnover ratio of 1.3, very efficient. Also at guard, a 5'11 sophomore out of San Francisco, California, wearing number 24. That's Ella Ledeen, leading the way with 12.5 points per game for this Husky team. Playing the 4, a 5'11 junior out of Spokane, Washington, wearing number 3. That's Jada Noble, very physical player. And rounding it out in the middle, a 6'4 junior out of Seattle, Washington, Garfield High School by way of Cal Berkeley. That's number 14, Zalea Daniels. Again, averaging over 6 free throw attempts per game, 11.6 points per game, and 51.6% from the field so far this season. She is efficient. Now the starting lineup for the Bobcats, a 5'5" freshman point guard out of Welland, Ontario, number 2. That's Natalie Picton, averaging just over 7 points per game and playing over 30 minutes a game as a freshman, being asked of a lot, but she is fearless. At guard, a 6'2 senior out of Silver City, New Mexico, wearing number 11. That's KJ Lamardo, 12.9 points per game, with Dean now the leading scorer of this Bobcat team and shooting over 30% from 3. At guard, a 5'9 senior out of Parma, Idaho, wearing number 0, the super senior, Madison Hall. And not much you can say about her besides the fact that she has just been solid as ever all season long. At forward, a 6'2 sophomore out of Vancouver, British Columbia. A bit of a homecoming for her back in the Northwest this weekend, wearing number 32. That's Mara Dykstra, averaging just under 8 points per game. And rounding it out, making her second start of the season, a 6'3 senior out of Rosemont, Minnesota. That's number 24, Taylor Jansen, the leading scorer for the Bobcats last game with 16 points on 6 of 10, shooting in 3 of 4 from 3. All righty, we are ready for tip-off here. Bobcats going left to right in their road. Navy tops, navy bottoms, gold numbers, gold trim. The Huskies wearing their home whites, purple numbers, and gold trim on those as the tip is up and going the way of the Huskies. Right to left across your radio dial, it's Delea Daniels. She's guarded by Mara Dykstra up top, far side. Now with it is Steins. Steins working to her left hand, kicks it out near side Noble. Noble guarded by Picton, switched on to Dykstra. She passes off to the near wing. 3 on the way from Ledeen up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lamardo, and Lamardo is fouled. Bobcats will get it going the other way. 9:39 to go here in the first quarter, and the Bobcats with a stop on defense to start this ball game, playing an aggressive style of defense. That Trisha Binford signature ball pressure we all know and love. Mara Dykstra on the other end, far side on the wing, hands it off Madison Hall. Hall working towards the elbow, spins in, pump fake, steps to her left, now kicks it out top to Lamardo. Lamardo to Picton, far side, down low, looking for Dykstra. It's thrown long and stolen away by the Huskies. Delea Daniels to the other end. She passed it up ahead to Ledeen. Ledeen, step through, move off the pump fake. Her layup's no good, gets her own rebound. That's no good. Another offensive rebound, though, for Ledeen. She dribbles it out and kicks it up top. Pump fake from Schwartz. She drives and is fouled. It's a hand check on the Bobcats. KJ Lamardo with the early foul, her first of the ballgame, first team foul on Montana State. Here in front of the Bobcat bench to my left, inbounding is Hannah Steins, the point guard for the Huskies. She throws out top to Daniels. Daniels with a dribble to her left hand, handoff to Schwartz. Behind the screen, Schwartz pump fakes, dribbles to her left, and gets picked up by Lamardo. Skip pass to the far corner, 3 on the way from Steins, no good. Rebound brought down by Madison Hall. Hall up the near side. Working to the top, she stops, pulls up for 3, off the back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ledeen, and now it's turning into a bit of a track meet early on as Ledeen Euro steps into a floater. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Ledeen. She'll work it back out and slow the offense down for the Dogs. 8.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score from Alaska Airlines Arena. Steins passes far side to Daniels. Daniels driving the lane, pump fakes, goes up with her left scoop shot off the glass, and it's good for 2. 2-0, the Huskies strike first. Up the near side, Natalie Picton calls out the play, and she gets a ball screen from Taylor Jansen. Working to the elbow, Hezzy move by Picton, change of speed, scoop shot, no good, rebound brought down by the Huskies. Up the near side, with it is Noble. Noble drives the lane, loses it, dumps it off to Daniels. Daniels puts up a lane, it's no good, rebound brought down by the Cats. Cats looking for their first bucket. High post with the ball, Dykstra. Dykstra hands it back to Lamardo. 3 behind the screen. Oh, off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down, by Dykstra, but then she fumbled it. But before she fumbled it, she was fouled. That's on Jada Noble, her first of the ball game. First team foul on the Huskies.
Montana State.
Cats will take it out baseline, far side. Dykstra. Now back to Lamardo. Lamardo to Dykstra in the near corner now. She dribbles to her left, runs into Hall, now pulls it back out and loses it. It's taken away by Delea Daniels. Daniels will handle it and work across half court. Coach Binford said in the pregame interview, this Husky team, they can all 5 take it up the floor. This time it's Daniels, their starting center, working it up and throwing it out of bounds for a turnover. Bobcats will work it to the other end. Inbounding is Dykstra up to Picton, the point guard, freshman out of Welland, Ontario. Picton having a great start to her freshman season. She throws it over to Jansen, now far wing, Mara Dykstra. Dykstra looking inside, gets it to Jansen at the high post. Now Picton, near side, pump fakes, drives, dumps it off to Lamardo. Lamardo in the short corner, pump fakes, drives, loses it. A lot of contact, no call, and the Huskies come up with the steal. With it is Noble across half court. She throws it up ahead to Daniels. Daniels kicks corner 3 from Shorts, far side. It's good.
Lauren Schwartz for 3.
5-0. The Huskies lead. The Bobcats, 3 minutes into this ball game, still looking for their first bucket. This Husky defense looking disruptive early on. Picton, pull-up jumper on the other end. It's good. Nothing but net. Natalie Picton puts the Bobcats on the board. They trail now 5-2. 6:43 remaining here in the first quarter. Up the near side with it is Steins. Steins picked up by Picton. She throws it to the near side. On the wing with it is Noble. Noble has a ball screen from Daniels. She chooses to use it and is switched on to Jansen. Noble picks up her dribble at the high post, skips far corner, and stepping out of bounds is Lauren Schwartz. Substitution for the Bobcats, a pair of freshmen entering the game. Ella Johnson and Izzy Bunyan both now in. Madison Hall and Mara Dykstra will get a rest for Montana State. Natalie Picton working left to right. Bobcats, with a bucket. They trail by 3. Picton rejects the screen, works right side, short corner. She kicks it back out right wing to Jansen. Across the formation with it now is Bunyan. Bunyan drives, picks up her dribble, looks for a cutting Lamardo, finds her. Lamardo forces one up in the lane. It's no good, went a little too far, hit under the backboard that time, and now the Huskies have it on the other end, near side Ladine. She's guarded by Bunyan, gets around her, picked up by Jansen at the low post, now kicks it far side. Schwartz, 3 over the scramble, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Ladine. She goes back up with it after sifting through traffic and gets the bucket. 7-2 Huskies on top. 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Cross half court, Natalie Picton. Picton, guarded by Steins. She throws it near side at the wing, Lamardo. Bobcats still struggling to move that basketball. Far side, Izzy Bunyan. Corner 3 now, Taylor Jansen off the rim, no good. Cats can't come up with the rebound, and here comes Steins to the other end off the long bounce. Steins picks up her dribble out top. Far side. With it now is Ladine. Ladine taking her time with the dribble. Shot clock down under 15 seconds now. High post entry with it is Steins. Steins working back out to the top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the ball screen, working towards the left side. It's Steins. Steins, 3 seconds on the shot clock, throws it across. Schwartz, 3 up over Bunyan as the shot clock expires. It's no good, but an offensive rebound pulled down by the Dogs. Steins drives left side. Little English off the right hand, kicks it off the glass and in for 2, and the Huskies lead 9-2. 4:42 to go in the first quarter. It's all Huskies so far in this ball game. Picton on the other end goes straight downhill to the rim, throws it up off the back iron. It rolls in for 2, and it's back to a 5-point ball game. 9-4, Washington leads. Across the timeline, Steins guarded by Picton. Steins throws it far side. Schwartz skips it over to Ladine, near corner. She's cut off by Jansen on her baseline drive. Now throws it again far side at the corner. Ledeen with it again, right side on the wing. She passes it up top. Schwartz, pump fake, steps in to a pull-up 2 and knocks it in off the glass. Friendly bounce for the Huskies, and it's back to a 7-point UW lead. 11-4, 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Jansen up top to Lamardo. Lamardo, jab steps to her right, drives to her left, now passes it far side to Johnson. Johnson throws it to the corner, Jansen. Jansen now out top to Picton. Picton drives, puts up another runner off the glass. It's good. Natalie Picton with all 6 points for the Cats so far. 11-6 the score. 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Out top, Schwartz. Far side with it now, Ledeen. Ledeen off the bounce, crosses to her left, spins back to her right in the lane. Cut off by Picton, throws it near side Steins. Steins guarded by Bunyan, 12 on the shot clock. Here comes the screen to her left side. Steins steps into Jansen, now crosses to her left, kicks it near corner. Johnson gets to bite on the drive, and a 3 is up, no good. Rebound by the Cats. Far side, Picton with it now. Natalie Picton throws it over to Izzy Bunyan. Bunyan gets a screen from Jansen. Now a screen going to her left, and Jansen called for a moving screen that time. Offensive foul and turnover on the Bobcats. We got our first media timeout, so we'll go ahead and take it. 11-6, Washington leads Montana State with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is Montana State basketball from Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Working from home has definitely put home projects into overdrive. New landscaping, gardens, patios, and fences. But if you're digging, you're contacting 811. Utility lines, including Northwestern Energy's, can be buried even just a few inches underground, and hitting one can be dangerous. The best way to keep you, the community, and your contractor crew safe is by having lines properly marked. Make your request online at least 2 full business days before you want to dig at call811.com.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Out of the timeout, Huskies with the ball going right to left, 11-6. The Bobcats trail with 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Daniel Salle here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Near side with the ball is Schwartz at the wing. First sub in the game for the Huskies is Chloe Briggs, a 5'11 freshman guard. She's got it on Izzy Bunyan up top. Near side, she works it over to Steins. Steins gets a screen. Pass deflected by Johnson, ends up back into the hands of the Huskies. 3 from Sellers, no good, no rim either, and that is a shot clock violation on the Dogs. Bobcats will get it going left to right. Slow offensive start to the ball game for Montana State. 2:28 to go in the first. They trail 11-6. Far side. Bunyan to Johnson. Johnson looking for a cutting haul. She finds her. Hall turns, faces, pump fakes, now steps through to her left, puts up a little acrobatic shot up, no good. Rebound brought down by Steins. Brooke Berry going for it in the backcourt, and the pass ahead is up to Briggs. Briggs drives the lane, kicks it out far corner. With it is Sevilla Sellers. Up top. Near side, Briggs now on the drive. Pump fakes, passes it back to the corner. Now Briggs has it again at the left wing. Back up top, Noble. Noble throws it to Sellers. Sellers drives left, gets by Johnson. Floater over Berry, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bunyan, and the Cats will have it going the other way. Bunyan slowing it down across the timeline. She crosses over to her left around Sellers and gets into the offense. Far wing, Hall has it after a deflection. Now picks up her dribble. She's in some trouble, looking for some help. She gets it back to Bunyan. Bunyan, far side. Again, the Bobcats really struggling to get into their sets right now as Bunyan pulls up into a long two, kisses it home for two, maybe a lucky bounce there, but we'll take it at this point. 11-8, Montana State trails by 3. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Far side, Savia Sellers has it for the for the Huskies. Man, a 5'7" freshman out of Anchorage, Alaska. She hands it to Brigg, back to Sellers. She drives to her left, up over Hines, shot no good, rebounded by the Cats. Hall throws the outlet to Bunyan, and Bunyan will work it across half court. Near side, she's guarded by Sellers. Ball screen from Lindsey Hine. Bunyan works to her left at the elbow. She picks up her dribble, looking for a cutter. She finds Johnson. Johnson goes up with it in traffic. No good. O-board. Hine, pump fake. Back up with it off the glass. It's in. Lindsey Hine waiting on the weak side. She grabbed it down and put it right back up. And the Bobcats now trail by 1, 11-10 with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Near side, Sellers. Sellers works around Barry, switched on to Hines. She throws it right into the hands of Ella Johnson. It's a steal for Montana State. Hall slows it down and works it up to Bunyan, who will get the Bobcats into their set. Coach Binford been emphasizing the ends of the quarters. This is where Montana State has struggled. Right now they're making a push to even this thing up. 12 seconds to go. High post. Brooke Berry, pump fakes, drives to her left, into traffic, puts it up. It's blocked by Steins and taken away by the Huskies. Going the other way. The long pass up ahead is stolen by Hall. Hall's going to have a look from half court at the horn. Ooh, almost. Banked in, but her bank kicked off the front rim. Didn't go in, though, and the Bobcats trail by 1 after 1 quarter of play. 11-10 to the Washington Huskies. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, second quarter action here from Alaska Airlines Arena in Seattle, Washington. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
For every peak, valley, and plateau, for every mishap and every adventure, for every Montanan in every season of life, Bozeman Health is here to deliver care with quality, compassion, and respect. Because we see you as more than the patient you are today. We look to what's on the horizon for you and our community over the decades to come. That's care beyond care. Well beyond Bozeman Health.
Maybe your hometown celebrates long-standing Swiss traditions. Cow chip throwing. Or even classic car muscle. Everyone has a hometown, and every hometown has a festival. Cenex wants to hear about yours. That's why we're launching the Hometown Throwdown. Tell us about your fest, and it could win $100,000. Learn more at CenexHometownThrowdown.com. Cenex, powered locally.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of.
Woohoo, yeah!
We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at a Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco! Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
Ready to reap a harvest of success? Look no further than the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Join forces with fellow growers in cultivating high-protein, soil-enriching pulses that nourish both land and livelihood. From lentils to chickpeas, we're talking about crops that pack a punch. By becoming a member, you'll gain insider insights, hands-on workshops, and a network of Pulse-passionate partners. Visit our website to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success, one pulse at a time.
Back from the break, bringing you second quarter action here from Seattle. Daniel Salle courtside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. And we got a UW bucket on the other end to start off the quarter. A little late coming back from commercial that time. The Bobcats trail by 3, 13-10, 9:40 to go in the second quarter. Natalie Picton has it near side. She works it over to Lamardo. Lamardo drives lane, scoop shot off the glass, no good. O-board, though, brought down by Lamardo. She goes back up with it and gets the 2. 13-12, it's back to a 1-point ball game. 9:25 to go here in the first half. Near side, Steins has it. Daniels now out top. Daniels dribbles to her left, cut off by Dykstra. She hands off to Briggs. Briggs switched on to Dykstra now, has it near side at the wing. Briggs out top. 5'11 freshman out of Ontario, California, throws it near side to Steins. Steins hands off to Ledeen, 7 on the shot clock for Washington. Ledeen spins, cut off by Picton, working back to her left, switched on to Lamardo, step back jumper at the shot clock horn, doesn't hit the rim, and the Bobcats with another tough defensive stop. I'll tell you what, offensively they're having their struggles right now, but this Bobcat team came ready to guard tonight. Across the timeline, Picton, far side, near side, Lamardo with it now. Out top, Picton again, looking inside, she gets it to Jansen. Jansen turns, faces, pivots, now throws it over to Lamardo. Lamardo around the screen, looking for Jansen on the pop, but loses it. It's deflected and stolen away by Briggs. But on the other end, Madison Hall deflects it. It's stolen away by the Bobcats. No! It hit off. It was off Lamardo and then hit. It was Schwartz going out of bounds. And Lamardo touched it, and then it hit Schwartz while she was out of bounds, but the Huskies will keep it from the baseline. Long inbound. Up top, Daniels. She's guarded by Jansen, working back out to her left hand. Now she hands off to Ledeen. Ledeen crosses over, works back to her right, switched on to Jansen. Shot clock down underneath, 13 seconds now. Briggs throws it to the cutter, and Schwartz puts it up off the glass and good. Real nice play drawn up that time by the Huskies, leading to an open layup, and they lead by 3, 15-12 over the Bobcats. 8:08 to go in the first quarter. Jansen. Out top now, Dykstra, far side to Picton. Picton picks up her dribble, now throws it back out top. Mara Dykstra to her right hand. Little in and out dribble move to the right side, now passes out top to Jansen. 10 on the shot clock for the Cats. Picton calling for a play with 6. She throws it to Jansen. Picton comes to get it back. 3 seconds, she's got to do something. She crosses to her left, pulls up for a long 2. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by the Huskies. Up the floor now, Chloe Briggs. Briggs to the far side, Ledeen has it now and throws it back out top to Briggs. Briggs calls for some motion and throws it near side to Steins. Steins, in and out dribble to her right hand, still out top. Working to her left hand now, she throws it to Ledeen. Ledeen off the crossover, tries to drive on Hall, she's cut off, but finds a backdoor cutter wide open. It's Lauren Schwartz that time. Off-ball defense getting the best of the Bobcats, and the Huskies lead by 5, 17-12. 7:05 to go in the first half. Picton throws it far side. Dykstra hands it back to Picton. Picton drives, pulls for another jumper, and it's good. Natalie Picton. Nice start to this ball game for the Bobcats as they trail by 3, 17-14. Picton now 8 points, on the game. Far side, Daniels has it at the right slot. Off the dribble, hands off to Ledeen. Ledeen looking down to the low post. Daniels catches short corner, drives on Dykstra, picks up her dribble, cut off, kicks it back out. Open 3, Ledeen, no good. But another O-board brought down by the Huskies. This time it's Steins. This Husky team, they can really rebound it. Looking up and down the starting lineup, averages mostly over 4 and 5 per game. Out top, Daniels. Daniels spins to her left on Dykstra, loses it, and it's stolen away by Jansen. Jansen throws it up ahead to Lamardo. Lamardo, long pass up to Picton. Picton, left-handed layup after the pump fake, no good. Rebound brought down by the Huskies. Squandered opportunity in transition that time by the Bobcats. Steins Working in transition, passes far side. Deep three on the way from Briggs, no good. Long rebound pulled down by Picton, and she'll work it across the floor for Montana State. Right side, Natalie Picton with it. Picton throws it to Dykstra and just misses the pass. Out of bounds, turnover by the Bobcats. Substitutions in for Montana State. Ella Johnson, Brooke Berry, and Lindsey Hine. Hine gave the Cats a lift in the first quarter with an O-board and put back. And right now, Montana State still trailing Washington. 5:48 to go in the second quarter. It's 17-14. And the big story here, a couple things. First of all, Washington dominating the offensive glass so far in this game. They have 6. And Bobcats struggling offensively, but playing real hard defensively, just struggling to finish these plays. Out top with it is Schwartz. She drives by Bunyan, pulls up for a floater, and is fouled by Brooke Berry. And about time for the first free throw attempts of the game. 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the first free throw attempt for either team coming from Lauren Schwartz.
Lauren Schwartz with 2.
As she gets ready to shoot, Simpkins Holland believes in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Holland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946. First free throw good from Schwartz. Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. Second free throw is up and no good, and the Bobcats have it going the other way. 18-14 the score. UW in the driver's seat. Far side, Ella Johnson. Hands off to Brooke Berry. Berry picks up her dribble, throws it up top to Hall. Hall rejects a screen, goes downhill to her right, kicks it out near corner. Pump fake, Izzy Bunyan. She drives now, steps into traffic, loses her dribble, fadeaway jumper, and one! That was a prayer by Izzy Bunyan from the free throw line. She banked it in and drew the contact on the arm. Looked like she was maybe going to get trapped into a travel that time, but the ball got deflected. She was able to get another bounce with it, flicked it up, and knocked it down. Bobcats trail by 2, 18-16. Izzy Bunyan heading to the line. Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsklubb. Izzy Bunyan stepping up to the stripe for Montana State. Stoppage on the floor, and now we're good to go. Bunyan with a couple dribbles, puts up the free throw, and off the rim it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Chloe Briggs. The Huskies have it going near side. Steins working with the right hand, gets around Bunyan, drives on her to the elbow, now pulls it back out top. Far side, Ledeen hands back to Steins. Steins dribbling to her left hand, picks it up at the right slot, loses it, it's stolen away by Izzy Bunyan. Bunyan falls on the ground with it, throws it up ahead to Berry. Berry to Johnson, far side. Johnson with a dribble, now passes out top to Berry. Berry looking for Hine in the high low, instead throws far side to Bunyan. Bunyan pump fakes into a ball screen to her right side. Near side with it, Malia Egan getting her first action of the road trip. Down low, Hine has it. Baby hook, right hand, no good. Rebound brought down by the Huskies. It's Delea Daniels. Daniels. Outlet pass to the far side. Schwartz has it, guarded by Johnson. Working into the low block, kicks it out. Daniels trails, pump fakes, drives by Hine, and is fouled on the shot by Ella Johnson. And right now, the Bobcats on the floor, it's Malia Egan, Izzy Bunyan, Brooke Berry, Lindsey Hine, and Ella Johnson. And Bunyan really the only one of those 5 who's played big minutes this season, and production lacking on offense so far for the Bobcats, but defensively they've amped it up. 18-16, they trail. 4:14 to go in the second quarter. Media timeout called. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here courtside at Alaska Airlines Arena, Heck Edmondson Pavilion in Seattle, Washington. The Washington Huskies leading the Montana State Bobcats 20-16 following 2 free throws from Delia Daniels. Bobcats with it going left to right. Across half court, it's Bunyan. Bunyan throws it into the near corner. Out of the timeout, UW coach Tina Langley throwing on a full court press as Izzy Bunyan pump fakes, pulls up for a jumper at the free throw line, and knocks it down. Izzy Bunyan's shown a lot of flashes so far this season, folks. She can be a big-time scorer, and it's coming out tonight here in Seattle. Near side with it is Steins. She throws it out top Daniels. Daniels hands off. Schwartz, 3 behind the screen, and it's good. Lauren Schwartz with the big-time 3. This is a team with a lot of players you cannot leave open. And Schwartz, she's over 36% from 3 on the season. High percentage shot for her right there. Izzy Bunyan near side, throws it to Egan. Egan with the ball, looking for Hine, instead passes out top. Bunyan pulls the 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by the Huskies. Hine had an angle at the O-board, but it was snatched out of her hands by Steins, and Stein pushes it up the floor for Washington. Up top, Schwartz. Schwartz dribbling to her left hand, passes over to Briggs. Briggs, deep 3, and man, foul called on Izzy Bunyan, and borderline blasphemous, but we'll leave it at that. Izzy Bunyan standing up tall, replay up, and I don't know how you can call that. We'll see if they show it on the monitor. It was a replay of the last 3 that they were showing, but I just don't know how you make that call. We'll leave it at that. Briggs at the line, 3 free throws coming, and Izzy Bunyan not at fault there. Kept her feet grounded, kept her hands high, and Briggs kicked her shins and fell down. Briggs makes her first. She'll shoot 2 more. Second one's good. Before her third, the Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Briggs with her third free throw on the way and knocks it down. That's a big swing there. Costly for the Bobcats as all of a sudden they trail by 8, 26-18 with 3:10 to go in the second quarter. And Coach Binford's been emphasizing ending these quarters on strong notes, and this is a pivotal moment in this ballgame if the Bobcats want to hang in there with UW. Up top, Lamardo gets a screen going to her right from Jansen. She drives, spins back to her left baseline, finds a cutting Dykstra layup off the window and good. Nice find by Lamardo. That assist brought to you by Aware Mental Health Services, and a nice finish off the window that time by Mara Dykstra. The Bobcats trail by 6, 26-20. Near side, Steins at the wing. Switched on to Lamardo, short corner. Looking to drive, nothing doing. She works it back out to her right. Out top, Brown has it now. Brown hands off to Ladine. Tegan Brown playing her first minutes of the ballgame, a sophomore guard out of Sacramento, California. Up top, Briggs throws back to Ladine. Ladine at the wing, ball poked out by Picton. Ladine gets it back. 2 on the shot clock, and a shot clock violation forced by the Bobcats. That first unit for Coach Binford back on the floor. Picton, Lamardo, Hall, Dykstra, and Jansen. And, man, defensively, good luck because they can guard really well, and they're doing it tonight. And on the other end, Mara Dykstra running up the floor. Picton tried to throw it to her on the left wing, and she wasn't looking for it. She threw it right behind her and out of bounds. Another turnover on a simple reversal pass by Montana State. 26-20, Huskies in the lead. 2:10 to go in the first half. Again, looking to close the gap before halftime. Get a little momentum going into the break. Near side, Steins has it. Steins throws to Briggs. Briggs, left wing, guarded by Dykstra. Briggs looking for a screen. She rejects it, works to the left, and is cut off by Picton, and a travel. And that foot speed of Natalie Picton. I know she's not the tallest, not the biggest, but she can stay in front of you, stay in your pocket, and play some tough defense. That time she snuck back in, recovered, and drew that traveling violation on the Huskies. 1:47 to play in the half. Madison Hall on the other end, post up, fade away, and one! Madison Hall, the senior, stepping up right now when her team needs it, going up in traffic off the post up, gets the foul and the bucket. Hall stepping up to the free throw line, struggling at the stripe so far this season. She was over a 90% shooter at the line last year. This season only 58.3% early on in the year. As she steps up to the line, Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza. Bridger Brewing, cheers to every adventure being better than the last. But Madison Hall, the super senior, one of the big stories of the offseason for Montana State. She was going to join the staff as a GA, but about the first week of October, she decided, you know what, I think I got one more year in me. And she's been a fantastic addition to this 2023-2024 Bobcat basketball team as she completes the three-point play. It's 26-23. Huskies in the lead. Minute 40 to go in the first half. Coach Binford calling on the press here out of the free throw. Up top, Steins has it now. Bobcats falling back into a half-court man defense. Near side, Briggs with it off the Iverson cut. Jabs to her left, drives to her right, kicks it out far corner. Schwartz pump fakes, good recovery by Picton. Long lob to the weak side, and we got nothing. A forearm and a bucket for DeLea Daniels. Hall hits the ground, and the Huskies get 2 points. 28-23 the score. 1:08 to play in the second quarter. Out top, Mara Dykstra dribbling to her right hand, throws it off to Lamardo. Lamardo, three behind the screen, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Madison Hall. That's pure effort right there. Natalie Picton, far side. Passes it off to Dykstra. Dykstra drops it back to Picton. Picton, pull-up jumper at the elbow, and it's good, but a moving screen called on Mara Dykstra to try and help set it up for her. Huskies will get it back going the other way, 28-23. It's a 5-point lead for the Dogs. Again, end of the quarter, very crucial for this Bobcat team here. 46 seconds to go. Near side, Steins. About 5 feet inside half court, throws it up to Schwartz at the left wing. Schwartz reverses it through the top to Ladine. Ladine to Daniels at the elbow. Hands off Schwartz. Schwartz pump fakes, finds it to the rolling Daniels off the glass. An easy lay-in for two for the Huskies, and it's back to a 7-point ball game. Bobcats will likely play for last shot here. 22 seconds to go. Picton taking her time at the dribble at half court. Crossing over back and forth. Clock down to 13 seconds. She works to the left slot, passes off to Dykstra. Dykstra with her right hand, looking to throw it to Hall, and Hall is fouled. What's the foul count at? That's foul number 4 on the Huskies. They had one to give that time. Oh, no, that was team foul number 3. Wow, they update that scoreboard quick. 9.6 seconds to go, so they have one more foul to give if they want it. Bobcats inbound from the baseline, 9 seconds. Left wing, Dykstra, pass off to the corner. Lamardo, baseline drive, into contact, and we have a foul on the shot. KJ Lamardo will head to the line for 2 free throws. Lamardo, the senior guard out of Silver City, New Mexico, shooting just over 81% from the charity stripe on the season. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. For a free throw up from Lamardo, it's good. Back to a 6-point game. 2-score ball game here. 3.8 seconds to go in the first half. Lamardo will shoot one more. Second one is up and good. It's 30-25. Huskies lead with 3.8 seconds to add. Steins gets across half court. 3 up over Lamardo at the horn. Ooh, in and out. Glad that one didn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half here from Seattle. 30-25. Washington leading Montana State here in game 1 of tonight's Cats versus Dogs doubleheader. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you the Bobcat halftime show here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
For all you've been through lately, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana wants to make sure you are covered in care. From preventive cancer screenings to proper control of diabetes, high blood pressure and behavioral health management, to prenatal care and child immunizations, Blue Cross and Blue Shield is by your side, reminding you preventive care is imperative care. Stay on top of your health at bcbsmt.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle courtside at Alaska Airlines Arena, Heck Edmondson Pavilion, beautiful Seattle, Washington. My beloved hometown, of course, the hometown Dogs right now leading the Bobcats 30-25 at the half. And really a tough fight put up by Montana State in the first half. We'll get into some stats here in a second, but the biggest summary right now, the Bobcats having their struggles on the offensive end, but scoring just enough to keep them in this ballgame. Defensively, they're battling. They are battling, and that's what we've known this 23-24 Bobcat team to do, is they like to disrupt your offense, and they've done that quite a bit. They forced 10 turnovers in the first half. Again, a job well done. The biggest thing defensively for them is finishing those plays, allowing 6 offensive rebounds, but they cleaned that up in the second quarter. In the first quarter, there was 5 offensive rebounds for UW, only 1 in the second quarter for the Huskies. Looking at some stats here, and starting with the Bobcats from the field, they are 11-26, 0 for 5 from 3. So sorry, Wendy's. We'll get you there in the second half, hopefully. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Bobcats being out-rebounded 18-11. And they have 4 assists to 8 turnovers and 4 assists to 11 made baskets. Just 1 block defensively, 4 steals out of those 10 turnovers they've forced as a defense. For UW, they're 5 of 17, or excuse me, that was just the first quarter. They're 11 of 26 from the field. So both teams 11 of 26. The big difference here for UW, they've made 2 threes out of 10 attempts, and they are 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Looking at some other numbers, and points in the paint, dead even. UW with 14, Montana State with 14. Huskies have 8 points off turnovers. Bobcats with just 3. 8 bench points for MSU, 3 for Washington. This Husky team does play a pretty tight rotation when it comes to those bench minutes. Their starters play a lot because of how efficient they are, and they're at their best with those first 5 on the floor. But Again, the Bobcats, kudos to them in the second quarter, cleaning up that defensive glass and only allowing one offensive rebound in the second, because the first it was getting ugly and a lot of second chance opportunities for the Huskies. But the Bobcats, again, smoothing things out in that facet of the ball game. Individual numbers leading the way for the Cats is Natalie Picton with 8. Izzy Bunyan has 6 off the bench. She really carried a lineup that she was playing out there with not a lot of experience. Again, no Dylan Phillip tonight, no Lexi Deaton. Miss you, Lex. Miss you, Dill. No Drea Brumfield. Miss you too, Dre. Promise. But, the rotation has definitely it's growing, but it's some new faces that we haven't seen a lot of this year. Malia Egan playing some minutes, Ella Johnson playing some minutes, and Lindsey Hine, who recently got healthy just a couple weeks ago, playing her first rotation action since her freshman year. And I really like how some of these players have stepped up, but offensively it was Izzy Bunyan in that second unit. She was out there with Johnson, Egan, Brooke Berry, who's good. Great to have her back. She didn't play on Saturday. Great to have her joining us back on this trip. But it was Izzy Bunyan offensively really carrying that weight. She had a big and one, another sweet pull-up jumper from the elbow, and really kept the Bobcats offense rolling when the starters were getting some rest early in the first half. But Bobcats in a decent position right now to strike out of this break. We'll talk about the first 3 minutes and the importance of that later on in this halftime show. But like we're the Huskies, I keep saying Huskies. Forgive me, people. I grew up a Husky fan. So, when I'm talking about the team I'm covering, as many times as I've called the Bobcat game, it's weird being surrounded by all this purple, so bear with me. I'll be better in the second half. But Bobcats in striking distance, 30-25 they trail on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard here at the half. And we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Sonny Smallwood. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle, courtside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, bringing you the Montana State halftime show. And now joining me is the associate head coach of the Bobcats, Sonny Smallwood. Right now the score 30-25, Washington in the lead. And Coach, just looking back at that first half, seemed like it was really a battle. And both ends of the floor, it seemed like you guys really did a nice job setting the tone defensively, but offensively took a long time to get into the rhythm. But Natalie Picton, the freshman point guard, really taking it into her own hands, getting herself a couple buckets early on. Talk about Natalie's performance in the first half.
Yeah, I think that one of the things we love about her is she's fearless. You come into a game like this, Pac-12, soon to be Big 12 opponent. I mean, she's just fearless. So she's not afraid to take those shots. She's not afraid to go score in traffic. And she does a great job of getting us into playmaking situations. So she did a great job of stepping up.
And keeping on the topic of offense, I mean, again, 25 points in the first half, not exactly the number you're looking for, but not bad considering how things started. What are some things you're looking for in the second half on that end of the floor to help kind of polish things up and help it run more smooth?
Well, first thing is going to be less dribbling, more passing. We did a good job of kind of taking that pause maybe a little bit too long this time, which never happens. Yeah. And so I think that less dribbling, more passing, probably a little more quick hitters as opposed to motion just to get some people open.
And another thing going into the second half, do you think it'll be good to kind of have those jitters out? They come in, pretty big arena, lights are bright, you're lining up against a program that's been around for a long time and been very good a lot. And I think obviously, we've seen over the last couple of years, at least since I've been here, sometimes squaring off against those Power 5 opponents, there's a little bit of intimidation early on, and I thought we saw a little bit of that in the first half. You think that's something that's going to be cleaned up in the second half?
Yeah, I definitely think just having that first half behind us, getting those jitters out, that was exactly right. I also think that, taking care of the ball. Mm-hmm. Washington, basically scored 5 more points on turnovers than we did, and then that's the difference in the game. Also, we've got to make sure we're boxing out defensively because we gave up too many O boards, and they
5
were
in the first quarter.
Yeah, and whether it resulted in a basket or a foul, it gets you.
I told the audience before the game, I said, that's going to be on my keys to the game, finishing plays until we fix it. And so we'll see how long that takes. Hopefully it'll happen this second half. But, Coach, that's all I got for you. Thanks for your time. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Awesome, Daniel. Thank you.
That was Sonny Smallwood joining me here on the halftime show from Heck Ed. Your score right now, Washington leads Montana State 30-25. We'll take a break, and when we come back, second half action here from Seattle. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
For every adventure and every mishap, Bozeman Health provides expert, personalized care to each person, going well beyond traditional health care. We're your partner in health and well-being, working together for your day-to-day and the decades to come. With care sites in Belgrade, Big Sky, and Bozeman, and with the only hospitals in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman Health keeps your care close to home. Find a Bozeman Health provider today at bozemanhealth.org.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
I love waiting in line at McDonald's, said no one, ever. With the McDonald's app, you don't have to. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time.
At participating McDonald's.
When the weather app says rain, the McDonald's app says McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery and other fees may apply.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Back to the break. Daniel Salle bringing you second half action here from Seattle. First Interstate Bank broadcast position courtside at the Alaska Airlines Arena. 30-25, the Huskies lead the Bobcats. And before the second half resumes, we'll pause for station identification. This is Bobcat basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Hannah Steins works it up the floor for the Huskies to open the second half. Out top, she's guarded by Picton. Working to her left hand now, she hands it off to Noble. Noble, guarded by Picton once again. Backing her down, she throws it near side to Ledeen. Ledeen posting up on Hall, spins back to her right hand. Scoop layup, no good. Deflected on the rebound by Dykstra. It's back in the hands of the Huskies. Driving by Steins, her layup with the left hand, very contested, but knocks it in off the glass, and the Huskies strike first here in the second half. First 3 minutes, always a very important part of these basketball games, seeing if the trailing team's going to make up some ground or if the leading team's going to pull away to start the half. Near side, picked him with the ball. Out top, Dykstra. Dykstra looking to pass it out to the corner. She finds Jansen. Jansen driving baseline into traffic, kicks it back out. Dykstra driving with the left, end of the shot clock. Lamardo, long two off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jada Noble. Noble behind her back, now up top with it. She throws far side. Schwartz guarded by Dykstra at the left wing, passes to Daniels in the corner. Daniels drives baseline, kicks it back. Noble, no three off the pop, instead drives to the elbow, finds a backdoor cutter. Stein's shot no good, but she gets her own rebound. Put back is no good, but she's fouled. Heading to the line is Hannah Steins off a very savvy backdoor cut, I might add. She gets ready to shoot. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Steins' first free throw up and good. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. And at First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. All righty. Couple quick buckets for the Dogs, and now the Cats trail by 9. 34-25 here early on in this second half. 8:21 to go. Open three, Lamardo, left wing. She cashes it. Lamardo from downtown, and she gives the Cats their first points of the second half, and that's your first Bobcat 3 of the game, sponsored by Wendy's. 8:09 to go in the third now. Steins on the other end, out top. Looking for the cutter instead. Schwartz backs off and gets the catch at the wing. Skip pass to the left corner. With it now is Ledeen, now Noble. Noble, far side. Guarded by Dykstra. She takes a dribble, gets Dykstra off of her, looking for a cutter. Can't find Daniels, throws it right into the cheer squad on the baseline, and the Bobcats force another turnover. 7:50 to go in the third quarter. A big-time three by KJ Lamardo, and the Cats now looking to get their second straight bucket. 6-point ball game here. Natalie Picton setting up the offense for Montana State, working to her far side. High post, overthrows Dykstra straight into the hands of Noble, and Noble pushes to the other end of the floor. Up top, Noble looking to drive by Dykstra. Scoop shot off the glass. It's good for two. Tough move in transition by Noble. She can really lower that shoulder. A physical player and really good at getting to the rim. We saw it there. Far side, Dykstra hands off Lamardo. Lamardo driving downhill to her left hand. Pump fakes, goes up with it, draws the foul, and KJ will head to the line for 2 free throws. Lamardo on the game so far. She got 7 points. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line, now 1 for 3 from 3 and 2 for 6 from the field. So Lamardo, slow start to this one, but she's getting going again with Deedon out. KJ, the leading scorer of this team, averaging just a hair under 13 points per game on this season, and also averaging right below 8 rebounds per game. She's been a monster, filling up that stat sheet so far this season. Her first free throw is up and good. Before her second, this game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Lamardo hits the second, and it's a 6-point ball game once again, 36-30. The Dogs lead the Cats, 7:16 to go in the third. Up top, Steins. Huskies break the press. Now Sellers drives. Bobcats look like they're falling back into a zone, and now they'll match up. Steins out top, looking for a cutter. Nothing doing. She continues dribbling. Backing down on Picton, throwing to a cutter, and it's deflected by Taylor Jansen. Steal comes up into the hands of Madison Hall. Hall across half court in transition, finds Picton far side. Picton right inside to the Jansen, back outside three. Lamardo off the rim, it's no good. Rebound brought down by Schwartz. Long pass up ahead in transition to Ledeen. Far side wing, Ledeen drives, cut off by Lamardo, now doubled by Dykstra. They kick it out to Schwartz. Schwartz drives, picks up at the nail, now throws it near side to Sellers. Sellers back up to Schwartz. Huskies slowing it down now. 13 on the shot clock for them. They can take their time. Up top, Sellers fakes the handoff. Now drives by Dykstra, looking for the roller and throws it right out of bounds. Great ball screen defense that time by the Bobcats. An aggressive hedge switch on the left hand of Sellers by Lamardo. And again, that switch in contact is what Coach Binford wants. She wants the on-ball defender to make contact with the screener, and as they roll, put those two hands up and not let him catch it. Dykstra, textbook definition right there of how the Bobcats want to switch that play, and she forces the turnover. At the elbow, Lamardo pump fakes, drives to her left, gets it to the short corner. Ella Johnson looking back in for Lamardo, throws it away, and it's a steal by Steins. Steins up top, guarded by Lamardo, now 36-30. Bobcats trail the Huskies. Steins looking to move it. She does. Handoff back to Steins. Deep three on the way off the rim. That's no good. And Lamardo fighting for the rebound. Hammered into the stanchion. No foul, but out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies. The Bobcats will get it going the other way. And KJ pops right back up, and she's moving back to the other end of the floor, what appears to be just fine. There's one thing we know about KJ. No matter how many minutes you ask her to play, she's going to guard, she's going to shoot, she's going to play with great energy and really defend the ball, and that time she's attacking the glass. Short corner on the other end. Taylor Jansen, far side, finds the cutting Lamardo. Lamardo kicks it back to Picton. Far corner, Picton with it. Picton picks up a ball screen working to her left from Jansen. Now she drives downhill looking for a cutting Bunyan. Bunyan turns fadeaway jumper. It's good. And how about that find from Natalie Picton? That's another Bobcat assist sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Jumper by Bunyan gets the Cats back within 4, 36-32, 5:08 to play in the third quarter. Steins, left side, hands it off to Sellers. Sellers looking to work towards the top. She does and passes to Ledeen. Ledeen guarded by Ella Johnson out on the perimeter. Now she finds the cutter, Steins. Steins left wing with it, jabs, takes a step back, now drives back into the elbow, picks up her dribble, looking to throw the high-low, nothing doing, kicks far side, corner three from Sellers, no good. Long rebound deflected into the hands of Ledeen. Big O board that time for the Huskies as Daniels now has it low block, puts it up around Ella Johnson and puts it in for two. 38-32 the score. 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter, that is. Izzy Bunyan getting in the offense for the Cats. To her left, now back to her right. She crosses behind her back and passes near side. Ella Johnson at the wing, throws it down low to Jansen. Jansen posting up, spins to her left. Fadeaway jumper, she is fouled. Taylor Jansen playing the role of the aggressor that time on offense. And, with how the Bobcats have struggled to kind of keep moving that ball, a smart move by Taylor to draw that foul, get to the line for two. 38-32, the Bobcats trail. Jansen will go to the line, but before that, we'll take a break. Again, 4:15 to go in the third. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Maybe your hometown celebrates long-standing Swiss traditions. Cow chip throwing. Or even classic car muscle. Everyone has a hometown, and every hometown has a festival. Cenex wants to hear about yours. That's why we're launching the Hometown Throwdown. Tell us about your fest, and it could win $100,000. Learn more at CenexHometownThrowdown.com. Cenex, powered locally.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
I love waiting in line at McDonald's, said no one, ever. With the McDonald's app, you don't have to. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time.
At participant McDonald's.
When the weather app says rain, the McDonald's app says McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery and other fees may apply.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
Back from the break, 38-32, the Huskies lead the Bobcats. Daniel Salle here courtside, First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and Taylor Jansen misses 2 free throws out of the timeout, but Brooke Berry has it off the O-board, pull-up elbow J, and it's good. Nice find by Mara Dykstra as the Huskies had 3 of their players in the back, or I guess in the front court for them, and didn't have anyone down there to get the rebound. An O-board off the miss, and the Bobcats take advantage of a numbers situation. 38-34 the score. Near side with the ball is Stein. She throws it down low to Daniels. Daniels pump fakes after getting the catch and puts it up and in for 2. 40-34, it's back to a 6-point Husky lead. Izzy Bunyan reverses it to Dykstra. Dykstra far side at the slot. Throws it into a cutting Jansen. Jansen up with it off the roll, and it's good. Nice cut that time by Taylor Jansen. A great find by Dykstra. It's a steal forced by the Bobcat press. Dykstra goes up with it and is fouled. And are they going to say she was shooting? All right, we'll take it. I mean, it seemed like she was pretty clearly trying to pass, but she's heading to the line for 2. I don't think we're in the bonus. No, that's the 4th foul on the Huskies, so shooting foul is the ruling. And maybe I missaw that situation, but looked like she was dumping it off. We'll take it. Mara Dykstra at the line for 2 free throws. First one up and good. And before her second, Rocky Mountain Credit Union supporting Bobcat wins for over 75 years and counting. By Members' Choice, this financial institution is not federally insured. Each account is insured up to $250,000. Dykstra hits them both. It's a 2-point ball game. And the Bobcats bringing it with the press. Here comes a trap right in front of the score table. Brooke Berry and Madison Hall. Briggs now gets it across half court to Steins. Steins getting by Berry. And now Bobcats are going to mash up in the half court. Sellers has it. Unguarded at the near side. And a foul called. Ooh, Madison Hall staying glued to her offensive player that time over the handoff on the near wing, and it looked like Hall got a hand on it but made a little contact on the arm that time. Up top, Daniels looking to drive, spins back, open 3 from Stein, left wing, no good. Long rebound pulled down by the Huskies. Another O-board for the Dogs. So what they were struggling to do in the second quarter, they're back excelling on in the third quarter, and no charge call that time as Madison Hall hit the deck. And we got a loose ball, and Hall's going to battle for it. No, it was Bunyan. Bunyan on the ground getting her elbows dirty that time, and the possession arrow favors the Bobcats. And, you know, I know Madison Hall can be guilty of the flop every now and then, but it seemed like she kind of wore one on the chest that time. No call, and looked like maybe an elbow from where I was sitting, but once the ball gets down to the other end, I'm sure Coach Binford will be asking those questions. Nevertheless, the Bobcats have a chance to tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3 here as Hall around the screen looks for the rolling Jansen, throws it into traffic and turns it over. The Huskies going to the other way. Briggs. And what's the call? Okay. Madison Hall with another foul. That's her second. So she picks up 2 fouls in the last minute and a half, give or take. And the Huskies still not in the bonus, will inbound. 3 team fouls in this quarter by the Bobcats, and a wide open layup opportunity for the Huskies off the baseline and Natalie Picton's getting fouled walking across half court. Nothing doing. So she'll slow it down and now pick up a screen going to her left. Mara Dykstra pops, catches it at the top, throws far side. Madison Hall with it now in the corner. Hall back out top, Dykstra looking for the high-low, instead reverses it near side to Picton. Picton around the screen, 10 on the shot clock. Lamardo has it now. She's looking to drive. She goes up with it. No, she dumps it off to Jansen. Jansen pump fakes. Floater off the back iron, no good. O-board Jansen back up in traffic off the glass. That's no good. Big opportunities there to tie the game by Montana State, and they can't get them to fall. Steins to the other end, slows it down, and will set up the offense for the Huskies. Steins throws high post to Daniels. Daniels dribbling to her left, helped off by Hall. Now far side with it is Schwartz. Shot clock down to 11 seconds. Daniels with it again. Guarded by Hall. Finds a cutter. Schwartz kicks it out to Stein. 7 on the shot clock. Stein throws it inside. Hall guarding Daniels and gets knocked to the ground again. And the bucket's good from Daniels. It's back to a 4-point ball game. Huskies leading the Bobcats 42-38. Minute 23 to go in the third quarter. Up top with the ball is Picton. Picton throws it to the high post. Madison Hall with it at the elbow. She drives to her left, spins back to her right, pivot back to the left, off the glass. Oh, it's no good. Madison Hall took him dancing, but couldn't knock it down for 2, and the Huskies have it going the other way. And a couple squandered easy looks for Montana State, and could be tied up right now at 42 apiece, but instead the Huskies still with a 4-point lead. Steins on the drive, picks up at the elbow, throws it near side Sellers. Sellers, 8 on the shot clock now. Looking for a screen. Picton staying with her. She throws near side. 3 on the shot clock. Steins looking to drive on Lamardo. Picton helps off, and we got a shot clock violation. Another great 30 seconds of defense that time from the Bobcats. 30 on the shot clock, 40 on the game clock. A 10-second difference here to end this quarter. Substitution for Montana State. Izzy Bunyan back in, so it's Bunyan, Lamardo, Jansen, Dykstra, and Picton. Up the near side. Picton working to her right hand. Calls the play. Screen set at the elbow. Now Lamardo gets it out top. Lamardo looking for a ball screen from Jansen. Gets it. Nice switch by the Huskies that time. Now 11 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Picton, pull-up jumper. Good! Natalie Picton dazzling here under the bright lights of Heck Ed. The Bobcats trail by 2, 42-40. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Bobcats need a stop here. Steins drives, and we got a moving screen. How about that? 4.6 seconds left. The Bobcats are going to have a chance for one more shot attempt here. Alrighty, 4.6 seconds. Dykstra will inbound into the backcourt from the near sideline in front of the Husky bench to my right. Picton gets it. Here comes Jansen to set the screen, and a moving screen called on Jansen. No? Yes, they did. Wow. And no call warrants more makeup calls in basketball than the moving screen. And that time Jansen must have thrown that hip. But now 2 seconds left. The Bobcats are going to have a chance for a shot there, and now the Huskies will have a chance for the shot. Unless we have another moving screen, we'll see how this all unfolds. Inbounding from the far side, it's Sellers. Sellers looking out top, she finds Schwartz. Schwartz hounded by Picton, flicks one up at the horn, almost makes a prayer, but it does not fall. And just like that, folks, after 3 quarters of play, the Bobcats trail by 2, 42-40. We'll have the fourth quarter coming up next. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
As a Montana parent, I want to be at my best for my child. I've learned that if I want to be at my best, then I need to take care of myself. ParentingMontana.org has podcast episodes about taking care of my own health and well-being, improving my relationship with my parenting partner, and supporting my child's physical and mental health. I found the podcast to be informative, relatable, and I can tune in whenever I have time. ParentingMontana.org. Tools for your child's success.
Brought to you by SAMHSA and Montana DPHHS.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Back from the break, courtside here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and the Bobcat defense forces a travel to open up this fourth quarter. Your score, 42-40 on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. The Huskies leading the Bobcats here in Seattle. 9:48 to go now. Across half court, it's Natalie Picton. Playing a strong game so far. Picton throws it near side to Lamardo, Jansen was the one who got knocked to the ground right before it. Up high. Dykstra has it. Dykstra throws it far side to Bunyan now. Bunyan to the high post. Lamardo back to Bunyan. Three. Bunyan. Oh, she almost banked another shot in. A lot of banks from Izzy Bunyan tonight, but that one does not go in. Near side with it now is Sellers. Sellers throws it to the corner. Briggs has it back to Sellers. Now working back up top, it's Noble. Noble guarded by Mara Dykstra. Looking to hand it off to Ledeen. She does. Ledeen switched on to Dykstra off the dribble, drives, pulls up for a floater, and knocks it down over Merritt Dykstra. It's a 4-point ball game, 44-40. Huskies in the driver's seat, and some missed opportunities at the end of the third quarter by the Bobcats right around the rim. This thing looks a little different if they can knock those down. Natalie Picton gets the handoff from Dykstra, throws high post Jansen, now near side Lamardo, back inside of Jansen, spin move to the left, off the glass, and good. Nicely done by Taylor Jansen, working that low block, and the Bobcats are back within 2. 8:34 to go in the ball game. Out top, it's Ledeen. Ledeen throws it to the cutting Noble. Noble kicks to the corner. 3 on the way from Briggs. No good. Rebound brought down by Lamardo, and she's hacked big time. Foul called on the Huskies. It was on Noble. And, just the first team foul. I'm looking at bonus, but the fourth quarter just started. And the Bobcats will just inbound it from the baseline. Mara Dykstra coming to the bench to get a quick rest. Ella Johnson back in the game for the Bobcats. Picton working up the floor for Montana State. Calls the play. Looking down low for Jansen. Instead, she's going to weave it to the left. Downhill kick, near side, open 3. Lamardo, and a charge is called. Man. Some big mistakes offensively for the Bobcats, but a heck of a play that time by Chloe Briggs. Again, Briggs, only a 5'11 freshman out of Ontario, California, but She's playing some savvy basketball right now, and that time stepping in from the help side and taking that charge. Bobcats still trail by 2. Samaya Sellers has it. Near side, she hands it off. 3 on the way from Sellers is up and good. Wide open that time. And that's a big sequence for the Bobcats. A charge on one end and then a 3 on the other for the Washington Huskies. And the Cats now trailing by 5. Much different game than it was just 30 seconds ago. Ella Johnson drives, dumps it off looking for Bunyan's, deflected out of bounds. And no foul called. Out of bounds, last touch by Montana State. And usually when you see 2 players collide on the baseline drive, it's either a block or it's a charge. That time it was out of bounds, and the Huskies have it. And there's no mystery. These officials letting them play tonight. Far side, Sellers throws it up top to Daniels. Daniels guarded by Jansen. She hands it off to Briggs. Briggs behind the screen working on Jansen. 47-42, the Bobcats trail by 5. Sellers has it far side. Now kicks it to the corner. Schwartz in the corner. Skip pass all the way across. Briggs has it. Throws into Daniels. Daniels steps around Jansen. Travels. No call. Kicks it back out. Briggs. 3 off the rim. No good. And a rebound is pulled down by Taylor Jansen. Jansen throws it up ahead to Picton. Now again at the wing, it's Izzy Bunyan. Bunyan fakes the handoff to Lamardo. Drives in. Works it near side. Ella Johnson open 3 off the rim. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Huskies. Chloe Briggs has it once more. Working up the far side of the floor. She's cut off by Izzy Bunyan and will set up the offense for Washington. Out top, Savia Sellers with the ball. Bobcats struggling to put points up on the board here in the 4th. Sellers throws it to the elbow. Daniels has it now, guarded by Jansen. Looking for the post up, and a hook foul called on Izzy Bunyan that time as Briggs was about to leak open from her, and she kind of just pulled on that hip. Trio subs in for the Bobcats. It's Madison Hall, Mara Dykstra, and Brooke Berry. Ella Johnson, KJ Lamardo, and Natalie Picton coming back to the bench. And here's some big minutes coming up for Montana State. With the offensive struggles, no Natalie Picton in the game. They will play without a point guard. Izzy Bunyan will likely handle some of that. Open 3 off the baseline play from Briggs is up and no good, but another O board brought down by the Huskies, and fouled up on the putback was, I think, Daniels. They cannot keep giving up these offensive rebounds if they want to win these basketball games. It's making a difference in so many of these close games early on in the season. We saw it Saturday at Portland, and we're seeing it again tonight here in Seattle. It's Daniels at the line. Free throw on the way. It's good. Before her second, Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports, all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. Free throw up again from Daniels. That one's no good. And another O board by the Huskies. Up top, Schwartz has it. Near side, Briggs. Briggs dribbling to her left hand. Now she's going to come back to her right. Cut off by Barry and a foul called. Not sure what else they wanted to do there. Cut her off, but it's going to be a foul. And now that's 4 fouls on the Bobcats to the Huskies, 1 here in the quarter. Sellers near side. Throws it to the high post. Daniels fakes the handoff to Sellers. Now gets to Ladine. 3 behind the screen. Back iron, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Brooke Berry. Finishing the play on the defensive glass. A sight for sore eyes for the Bobcats as Bunyan works it up in the Bobcats trail the Huskies by 6. Still a 2-score ball game. 5:50 to go in this one. Jansen picks up her dribble, now hands it off to Bunyan. Bunyan looking to get downhill. She doesn't. Now works it near side at the wing. Jansen, high post. Dykstra drives by her defender off the glass. And no and one. Correction. Layup is good, and it's a 4-point ball game. 48-44. Near side, Sellers. Now up top, Briggs. Briggs to Daniels at the high post. Now she hands it back off to Ladine. Ladine driving downhill, gets by Barry. Scoop shot off the glass, it's good. So the Bobcats score, finally get a bucket. They were stuck on 42 there for a few minutes, but then the Huskies answer right back as Brooke Berry throws high post. Mara Dykstra to the corner. Izzy Bunyan, 3 off the rim, no good. And it's rebounded by the Huskies. Bobcats really struggling to shoot the ball tonight from outside. Ladine in transition. Drives by Jansen, goes up with it, off the glass, it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Bunyan, so slow it down and help get Montana State into their offense. Far side. And Coach Binford, after a few requests, gets her timeout granted. 4:44 to go in this one. We got a media timeout, so we'll take it. 50-44. The Huskies lead the Cats by 6. Coach Binford looking to draw something up here. We'll find out after the break. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State Athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here out of the timeout. The Bobcats get it into the low post. Lindsey Hine back out to Madison Hall. Now Dykstra has it high post. Dykstra drive left lane line, spins to her right, steps through into contact, puts up a little floater, no good. Rebound brought down by the Huskies. 50-44, Washington leads. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Bobcats need a stop. Steins has it far side. Finds a cutter. Schwartz has it. Guarded by Hall. Loses it. It's picked up by Lindsey Hine. And now we have a tie-up. No whistles. You can't call a jump ball because they're hanging off Lindsey Hine, or hanging off her arms. Usually that means it's a foul, but not tonight. And we got another media timeout, so we'll go ahead and take another quick break. 4:06 to go. Hopefully that's a sign. 50-44. Cats still trailing the Huskies. We'll have the rest of this ball game when we come back. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m., and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Out of the timeout, 50-44 the score. Washington in the lead over Montana State. 3:47 to go now, and a foul called on Brooke Berry to put the Huskies in the bonus. Out of the timeout, Madison Hall had a spin move in the lane, a fadeaway jumper, got hacked, nothing was called. And then on the other end, foul called on Brooke Berry, and Chloe Briggs now at the line for 2 shots. First free throw up and no good. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. Second free throw good. Cats trail by 7, 51-44, 3:45 to go, and the fourth quarter a struggle so far for Montana State. Dykstra throws out top. Lamardo to the high post. Jansen now. Far side at the wing, it's Natalie Picton with it. Picton crosses over, working back to her right, 12 on the shot clock. Dykstra turns, faces, hands off to Hall. Hall pump fakes from 3, steps it, no jumper, 6 seconds on the shot clock. They got to do something. Picton crosses over to her right hand, driving, got to get a shot off. She does, off the rim, no good, and a rebound pulled down by the Huskies. Clock ticking on the Bobcats. They trail by 7, 51-44. Steins throws it to the far corner. Ladine open 3, and it's good. And that might be the dagger. Stranger things have happened. 10-point deficit with 3 minutes to go. Bobcats not helping themselves out here in this second half. Down low, Taylor Jansen spins, pump fake, spins back to her left, puts it up, fade away, it's good. Jansen gives the Bobcats some life that time. Bobcats were stuck on 4 points in the fourth quarter for the first 7 minutes, and now they finally get a bucket. Up top, Schwartz looking for Ladine. Near side, Steins. Steins throws to the top. Daniels, guarded by Dykstra. She pump fakes, drives her left, looking for the duck in, and throws it out of bounds. Turnover by the Huskies. All righty. Well, if the Bobcats want to close this gap, this is the time to do it. 2:14 to go. They trail by 8, but the last few minutes have not played into the favor of Montana State. Natalie Picton with it across half court. Coach Binford getting the play call in. Jansen slips out of the screen, pump fakes from the right wing, works back to the elbow, looking for a cutter, doesn't have one. Shot clock down to 15. They are wasting too much time right now as Picton pulls up for a long 2 off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by the Huskies. Briggs throws it long to Daniels in transition, way over her head, out of bounds. The Huskies granting the Bobcats a break that time. And now, if I thought they had to score on the last position, they really got to score on this one. 54-46 the score, a minute 45 to go now. Natalie Picton across the timeline. Far side, she throws it to the high post. Lamardo turns, faces, takes the three from the top. Oh, off the rim, no good. A clean look, what they wanted, but again, it's just been a rough offensive performance for this Bobcat team. Steins, Hezzy move in the lane, pump fakes, travels, it's not called again. Shot up, no good, and now a foul's going to get called on. Oh, it's on the Huskies. Okay, great. Pleasant surprise. Madison Hall going up for the rebound. I thought it was over the back, but call it a fair shake, and the Bobcats will get it going the other way. Natalie Picton working up the floor. 54-46, still to score. Desperation time for Montana State. Picton pump fakes from the right wing. Works for a step back instead, drives the lane, flicks up a shot, short, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Huskies, and Schwartz hucks a turnover in transition. Hall comes up with the steal. The Huskies not doing a great job putting this game away. On the other end, Dykstra in the corner, far side, pump fakes, drives baseline, kicks it out. Picton, open three from the top. Ooh, off the rim, no good. Oboard Jansen, she's got to go back up with it. She does, off the glass, it's good. And now we got a 6-point Husky lead. 48.7 seconds left. The Bobcats not doing themselves any favors right now, but they're hanging in there. 30-second timeout called. Again, 6-point ball game, 48.7 seconds to go. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. This game is also brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. Alrighty, taking back the floor. Coach Binford likely to apply a press here and try and force a turnover and a trap. The Huskies will inbound it from the baseline. 54-48 the score. And now Ledeen has it in the backcourt. Here comes the trap from Picton. Deflected, stolen away by Hall. Hall pulls up into a jumper off the rim. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Ledeen. That was their chance. And how many times have I said that tonight? Foul on the other end on Hall. That's her fourth. We're in the bonus, so the Huskies head to the line to shoot two. Ledeen at the stripe. And Coach Binford doing a nice job drawing up the press that time as they trapped the second pass, so the inbounder threw it in. They threw it back to the inbounder. She was right at the free throw line in the backcourt, and Hall just ran right over with Picton. They forced the deflection. They got the steal, and the pull-up jumper was no good. And now Ledeen's at the line. Her first one is good. She'll shoot one more. Ledeen on the season, shooting 76.9% from the free throw line coming into tonight's game. Taylor Jansen gets the rebound, and Coach Binford wants a timeout. She's going to advance the ball and point towards that far sideline, saying that's where we're going to inbound it. 34.5 seconds to go. Montana State trailing by 7. In Montana, parenting is important to us. Figuring it out doesn't come easy. In the ParentingMontana.org podcast, we talk with experts about the challenges and the joys of being in a parenting role. ParentingMontana.org, tool for your child's success. And this game is also presented to you by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food, order from anywhere, and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. All right, this is it right here. Bobcats trailing by 7, 55-48. I'd imagine a quick play to try and get a three for KJ Lamardo, but Bobcats with the deck stacked against them right now with a 7-point deficit, 34 seconds to go. Time not on their side. We'll see what Coach Ben wants to drop here. After this timeout, Montana State with only one left as well. Something to note, but Lamardo will be the inbounder. Picton, Dykstra, Jansen, and Hall, the other four on the floor with KJ. Inbounding far side, Lamardo now. Looking to throw it in. She finds Picton. Picton thinks about the three, instead passes out to Jansen. Jansen pump fakes, and they're not getting a shot off. They need to. Picton gets a screen. Her shot is blocked right back into her face. Clock still running, and there's a cutting Jansen off the glass. Shot no good. Oboard, Dykstra back up with it. Ooh! No good, but she's fouled. I was ready for the signature and one scream that time, but the big problem there by the Bobcats, too much time wasted, and a nice job by the Huskies running off the Bobcats from the three-point line. Didn't give them a chance to get one picked and finally tried to huck one up, and it got blocked right back to her. First free throw from Dykstra is up and good. She'll shoot one more with a chance to make this a 5-point game. After this, it's going to be you hope for a steal. If not, you foul and hope for missed free throws. This time Dykstra makes her second. Coach Langley wants the timeout to advance the ball across half court. 20 seconds to go in this ball game. See what kind of timeout we got here. And there it is, 30-second timeout already. So it's Husky basketball. They lead by 5, 55-50 over Montana State. 20.7 seconds left in this one. And the big story right now in this game for the Bobcats, a couple things. First of all, the Bobcats have only scored 10 points in this fourth quarter, and not a number they want, but 50 points with 20 seconds to go in the game. Offensively, the Bobcats need a little more of that if they're going to beat a team like Washington. But the good news is defensively, they've done a fantastic job. The biggest thing killing them right now is that the Huskies are in double digits again on the offensive glass. The Bobcats, with their biggest weakness this season, it's been allowing those offensive rebounds for the other team. But we'll see if they can get a turnover here, or they're going to have to foul. Here's the throw into the backcourt. Bobcats are going to call on the trap. Picton out there with Dykstra. Steins gets it across the timeline, throws it over to Noble, and now it's going to have to be a foul. They don't call it. 10 seconds left. And Coach Binford's going to call it off, it sounds like. Steins is going to dribble it out, and that's your ball game. 4, 3, 2, 1. Your final here from Seattle. Washington 55. Montana State 50. The Huskies get the win. Bobcats fall short and lose their third game in a row here tonight in Seattle. 55-50, the final score. Again, the Huskies advancing to 9-0. The Bobcats falling to 3-5. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Montana State postgame show sponsored by Ribbon Chop House. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Down Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up Rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up Rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you and your business. Stockman Bank is focused only on Montana, no place else. So you come first with us. Enjoy a local banking experience uniquely designed to meet the financial needs of your Montana business. Visit your neighborhood Stockman Bank to say hello and let us earn your trust and your business. Moving Montana forward. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our guests and service are our top priorities. We've been serving Rocky Mountain communities signature steaks, delicious seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs for over 20 years. Whether you're celebrating an important milestone, want to watch a big game, or just grab lunch with friends, we're your local spot that feels like home. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, and Livingston, so you can enjoy Ribbon Chop House across Montana. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you soon.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
What's in a name? For some, the meaning runs deeper than the word we see in front of us. There's a history to it. We are Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, and the biggest part of our name will always be the smallest, of, because it's the of that connects us, which means we are of our communities, of a promise passed down for a healthier tomorrow. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Like most Montana parents, I disapprove of teens using marijuana.
ParentingMontana.org has information for me to learn about Montana's marijuana laws.
For example, it's illegal for someone under the age of 21 to possess or consume marijuana unless they are a medical marijuana card holder.
I also use ParentingMontana.org to establish our family's rules about marijuana and help my teen manage peer pressure.
ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success.
Brought to you by SAMHSA and Montana DPHHS.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, bringing you the Montana State postgame show, sponsored by Montana's Ribbon Chop House. And tough finish tonight for Montana State. Hung in there, went blow for blow, but at the end of the day, offensively didn't have enough to match up with this Washington Husky team. 55-50, the final score against the Dogs. Third straight loss for the Bobcats. They fall to 3-5 on the season. And UW moving up to 9-0 on the season. So for the Bobcats, again, they made one of their last 8 field goals, really struggled, and they limited UW. They held them to no field goals in the last 3 minutes of the game, but ran out of time and just couldn't score quite enough. Kudos to Natalie Picton, scoring in double figures with 10, but a slow offensive night for the Bobcats, especially in that fourth quarter. And you tip your cap to this Bobcat team for the way they played. Defensively, they were fantastic, I thought, but just couldn't quite do enough. Missed some bunnies down the stretch as well, and that ended up being the big story tonight. And the offensive glass, again, an Achilles heel, or the defensive glass, an Achilles heel for MSU, letting up 12 offensive rebounds for the Huskies. 55-50, the final score. UW gets the win. This is the Bobcat postgame show, sponsored by Ribbon Chop House. We'll go ahead and cut to break. When we come back, more postgame coverage here from Seattle. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Working from home has definitely put home projects into overdrive. New landscaping, gardens, patios, and fences. But if you're digging, you're contacting 811. Utility lines, including Northwestern Energy's, can be buried even just a few inches underground, and hitting one can be dangerous. The best way to keep you, the community, and your contractor crew safe is by having lines properly marked. Make your request online at least 2 full business days before you want to dig at call811.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, coming to you courtside in Seattle. First Interstate Bank broadcast position, bringing you the Montana State postgame show, sponsored by Montana's Ribbon Chop House. Final score from Heck Edmondson Pavilion tonight. The Huskies beating the Bobcats 55-50. Let's go ahead and take a look at some stats from the ball game, some team numbers. Washington finishing the game 43% from the field, 20 of 47, 21% from 3, 4 of 19, and 11 of 15 from the free throw line. The Bobcats turned them over 23 times, and looking at the Bobcats, the big story here is their percentages. 38% from the field, 20 of 53, just 8% from 3, 1 of 13, and 75% from the free throw line, 9 of 12. The number that Coach Benford always looks for on the turnover column is 14. She wants to have under 14. They had a 14 exactly tonight, but didn't hit enough shots when it came down to it and end up falling 55-50. And speaking of Coach Binford, she'll join me now on the postgame show. Coach, you got me? Oh, hold on. Let's
hear you through the head. Oh, now
there
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Coach Binford now joining me on the postgame show here. And Coach, 55-50. I want to start on a positive note, so I want to ask about your defense first. You forced 23 turnovers tonight. That's a pretty crooked number in that column. I want to talk about just setting the tone early in the game defensively, because it was a slow start offensively, but I felt like that defense, it stayed, and you always talk about defense travels, but I thought that was definitely a silver lining of this ball game.
I'll tell you what, if we can clean up our rebounding, we're going to have a lot more happy nights at the end of the day. Our defense is doing a lot of good things. We disrupted a Pac-12 team into 23 turnovers. But we just couldn't finish the job on the rebound, and those extra possessions were really, I felt like, the difference in this game.
Now, I want to know what you're seeing on the glass because, again, I told Sonny this at halftime, but it's preseason or pregame keys to the game. Every time I'm finishing the plays defensively until we hold the team to single-digit O-boards. It was double-digit again tonight. What are you seeing that's allowing for these opportunities on the offensive glass for our opponents?
Well, a lot of them are the same player, right? So she's got position and she gets the putback. That's a difficult rebound. We just got to get some extra interior kids in there. I think we're trying to fight and hunt. I think we have some kids that are doing it consistently. I think some other kids need to continue building the habit. We haven't had a lot of days for me to really address it and work on it on a physical standpoint, as you know, with this long road trip and being down with bodies. So it's not something I can really tax them physically. It's more of a mental challenge at this point until we get to games. So, when we have a little bit of a break of finals week, this is something that we can put a little bit more time to. But, we're also trying to box out some kids that are pretty collectively very big. Yep. A lot of good size, a lot of good athletes, which makes it challenging. At the same time, that's the area in the Big Sky standings right now that is probably the most concerning. I think there's a lot of other areas that are very exciting.
And offensively, the number you always look for is 14. You always talk about finishing with 14 or less turnovers. Tonight, your team turns the ball over exactly 14 times. And I thought in the first quarter, you guys struggled to set up the offense. But moving forward, it seemed like there were some good shot opportunities, a couple empty possessions there. But it just seemed like the difference tonight was not hitting shots. You look at 1 of 13 from the field. What were you seeing offensively?
Yeah, maybe there's a couple overplay calls for me, for them trying to get some isolations, getting us to the foul line, getting some one-on-one, kind of going out a couple kids. But you're right. I'm like, if you had a couple more shots, get our assist numbers a little bit higher. We moved the ball really well against Portland. The ball kind of got a little bit more stuck today. This team was switching similar to that regard. And, the offense is going to have some cold nights. That's where when you can keep a team, we had 3 out of 4 quarters, we kept them under 14 points. You're going to be right there, and we were. It was a 1 to 2 possession game under the last minute. So there were some definite improvements for end of quarters for us, some exciting things there. But now it comes down to the physicality of getting that habit mixed into everything else that we're getting better at.
Last question for you. Another travel day tomorrow. Game 3 on the road trip coming up on Friday night at St. Mary's. I guess, what are you looking at emphasizing these next couple days as you get ready for another road game, taking on a St. Mary's team that has the same record as us now, 3-5. It's a team we saw last year, but they do have a new coach. What are you looking at over these next couple days? I know you've talked about wanting to get the team rest, but is there more than that? What are you looking to emphasize before this next game?
I think for us, we're just continuing to focus on getting better collectively. United as one is their hashtag, staying together. We talked about end-of-quarter management. I thought that was better today, so that was a step in the right direction. We're going to have some similarities with St. Mary's and Portland with press breakers, so we're going to have to really focus on taking care of the basketball. But right now, we're chipping away. We're starting to talk about less and less things, which is encouraging. If we can focus on rebounds and taking care of the basketball and not as much on the other areas, things are good. And we got an extra person back today with Brooke Berry. I thought that helped us with the guard play, getting a few more rested kids. But this group, they're staying the course. We're getting better. And now it's, like I said, St. Mary's probably a lot of press breaker.
Well, Coach, it's a tough one tonight, but one of the best parts of Seattle is the teriyaki, and you're about to get some of that with this post-game meal.
There you go.
So
you are very familiar
that.
with this town,
Absolutely.
so we'll take advantage of it and get ready to watch and support our men's team.
Well, grateful for you coming on as always, and we'll talk a little more later. Thanks,
Sounds
Coach.
Great. Go Cats.
That was Trisha Binford joining me on the post-game show. We'll go ahead and cut to another break. 55-50, your final here as UW beats the Bobcats in a tight one at Heck Ed. We'll have more post-game coverage coming up next. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Maybe your hometown celebrates long-standing Swiss traditions. Cow chip throwing. Or even classic car muscle. Everyone has a hometown, and every hometown has a festival. Cenex wants to hear about yours. That's why we're launching the Hometown Throwdown. Tell us about your fest, and it could win $100,000. Learn more at CenexHometownThrowdown.com. Cenex, powered locally.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property.
The group effort. So tonight's post-game delivery of the game, the Bobcat defense forcing 23 turnovers in this ball game. A fantastic job against a tough, undefeated Husky team. Again, the Bobcat defense put them in position to win the game, but a tough finish and offensively a tough showing for the Bobcats tonight. And kudos to the Huskies as well on that end of the floor, doing a really nice job keeping the Bobcats offense in check. 55-50 the final score, and we're going to go ahead and take our final break, and when we come back we'll wrap things up here from Seattle. 55-50, the Cats fall to 3-5 on the year. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years, making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle bringing you the Montana State postgame show, sponsored by Montana's Rib and Chop House. And tough loss tonight for the Bobcats, 55-50, the final score here at Washington. Again, Heck Edmondson Pavilion. Don't forget, after this, we'll have the men's basketball game with Keaton Galogly on the call, and should be a fun one on that side as well. But 55-50, the final score of this ball game tonight, as the Bobcats fall to the Huskies. Let's go ahead now and take a moment to listen to tonight's highlights of the game, sponsored by First Security Bank. Lamardo gets a screen going to her right from Jansen. She drives, spins back to her left baseline, finds a cutting Dykstra layup off the window, and good. The Cats trail by 9, 34-25 here early on in this second half. 8:21 to go. Open three, Lamardo, left wing, she cashes it. Lamardo from downtown, and she gives the Cats their first points of the second half, and that's your first Bobcat 3 of the game, sponsored by Wendy's. 11 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Picton, pull-up, jumper, good! Natalie Picton dazzling here under the bright lights of Heck Ed. The Bobcats trail by 2, 42-40. Those are your highlights of the game, sponsored by First Security Bank. Again, 55-50, the final score here from Seattle, with the Bobcats falling to the Huskies from University of Washington. Now let's go ahead and look ahead to the Bobcats' next game versus St. Mary's, presented by Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Montana State Bobcats. Now the St. Mary Gales, you might remember them from last year. The Huskies, gosh, I keep saying the Huskies. The Bobcats put it on them last year in Bozeman. It was a 21-point performance from KJ Lamardo. 91-45, I think, was the final. But the Gales, with a coaching change this year, and now they're off to a somewhat slow start, 3-5 overall. They're led by Allie Bamberger. She's a transfer post from Washington, and we saw her last year. She's a pretty stellar player for this St. Mary's team, but they've had some close games this season. Lost by 3 at Grand Canyon. They had a 3-point overtime win over UC San Diego. They blew out UC Irvine by 15. It's kind of been up and down so far. Most recently, they lost 74-60 to St. Thomas, and 74-69 at Cal. So played Cal, another Pac-12 team, pretty tight, much like the Bobcats did tonight against the Huskies. Should make for a pretty interesting ball game in Moraga on Friday night. Again, the Bobcats traveling to St. Mary's to wrap up this 3-game road trip. But that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Again, Friday night, broadcast will start at, let's see, let me do my math here, 7:15 Mountain Time. 7:15 Mountain Time. Tip-off will be at 7:30 Mountain Time for that ball game between the Cats and the Gales of St. Mary's. But 55-50, the final score tonight here from Seattle. Don't go anywhere, folks. In about 30 minutes, Keaton Galogly will have the call for the men's game live. He'll go live at 8:30 Mountain Time. Tip-off at 9 Mountain Time for those of you listening back in Bozeman, as the Bobcat men look to get a win here in Seattle following their loss last Thursday night. But 55-50 your final. Huskies beat the Cats, and that'll do it for tonight. Thanks to Jesse back in the studio. Daniel Salle signing off here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Bobcat Women's Basketball has been brought to you by Bridger Brewing. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, here to help you through all life's events, big and small. Visit rmcu.net to find out more. Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild series. First Interstate Bank, built for you. And by Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Bobcats Sports Network.